Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you all here. Today we try something out. But yesterday or so I read that there is a demo for Forspoken, the game that the Square Enix game that was released yesterday, and I decided to maybe try it out today and see what might happen if we do. And see how it is. Like, the reviews were pretty mixed for it, I have to admit. So that is probably not ideal, but yeah. I'm still curious what the deal with the game is, and we just look a little bit into it. Oh. Luminous engine, that's the Square Enix in-house engine, in case people wonder. Hope stuff does not get claimed. So let's see. Do we play this with a controller or with mouse and keyboard? Game balance. What is this? Display settings. Voice language, text language, English, that's correct. Could go a bit higher. Borderless, that's also right. Main window, color filtering. I think that is safe. Are there some interesting options here? We have this high dynamic resolution. Reflections. Ultra high. Let's see the options menu first in case. I hope sound is good. NVIDIA quality performance, ultra performance. Sharpness, texture filtering, high. For quality. Oh, we have ray traced ambient occlusion, so we could try ray tracing. I only play on 1080p currently. I could play in 4K. So that might allow us. Okay, then we maybe go for 60 FPS instead. Not sure how many FPS this thing can. My 3080 can put out with ray tracing stuff, but it might be cool to see how it might look. Sound settings. Oh. Okay, keyboard settings. Movement, WASD, jump, space. I try with use magic parkour control. STRG Steuerung for control. German word for it in case you wonder. It's very interesting to see that they use the German button prompts for the keyboard currently. I have a controller also connected, so we can maybe try out both. Okay, a lot of buttons. Change, support magic, attack magic. Use phrase magic, okay, a lot of stuff. Yes, okay. I have to say the options menu is looking great. Like, you have a lot of options. I love it when you have the option to have, you can select mouse buttons for stuff, and you have two keyboard things you can select for something. It's probably completely unnecessary, but it's nice to have. I like that. Controller, it seems like it's also customizable. Yeah, it is. So that's pretty neat. Sound options. Controller volume, that's funny. Controllers have speakers, I assume it's for that. Some at least. Voice volume, so separate audio sliders, that's pretty good. Wireless controller voice playback is off here. Probably it's just a console thing or so, it's not in the demo, I don't know. As I said, this is not the full game, it's just the demo. Yeah, also a lot of options. I mean, it's always nice if you have like texture filtering, okay? If you could just put in the exact amount, like it's just standard and so on. It'd be great to see. I assume this is like 16 times anti-aliasing or some anisotropic filtering. You can't set you can't change anti-aliasing stuff, which is, I mean, it's got kind of standard, especially with stuff like this here, DLSS. I might use this simply to get a decent result with ray tracing stuff. Very curious how this performs. Display settings. I wanted to switch this to 60. I could try. Let's try one. Let's see how much frames we can get on 1080p on this machine. Text language, gameplay balance, control settings, keyboard accessibility stuff. That's usually also quite important. I read that they even patched into the demo that you could make the HUD size. You can increase text and stuff like this. Subtitles. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, you can say small, medium, or large. So you can increase the size. Now put it to this here. Beacon name display. I like that. A lot of cool options in the game. So from this perspective, it seems to be good. What I heard though is that the game, performance-wise, is not running not that well at times. We will find out in a moment. I have no saves, so it's the first time I played myself. No clue what's going on. As said, you can also see it's a demo. And yeah, we just jump into a new game and see what is going on here. I hope you had a fantastic day. And yeah, let's see find out what this game here is potentially about. When the cutscene starts, I shut up for a moment, or if anything starts. As said, it's by Square Enix, Luminous Productions. As said, Luminous.
Daydreamer, cat lover, New Yorker. On a fateful evening, her life changed drastically when she was mysteriously transported to the beautiful, treacherous land of Athia. Frey arrives with a magical, sentient bracelet inexplicably wrapped around her arm, then discovers she can cast powerful spells and use magic to swiftly traverse the sprawling landscapes. The last remnants of Athia's populace soon look to Frey as their only hope for confronting the Tantas, once benevolent matriarchs who now rule as maddened and evil sorceresses. Reluctant to help, but desperate to find a way back home, Frey sets off on a journey through this strange and dangerous land.
Okay. We'll see how this is. So in the trailers in the past, there was always the first trailers released for this game. It seemed like that they are really focusing. Do I want a tutorial? Might be smart. Usually it was about movement. Yeah, you had this huge landscape, and she was just spinning and flying around that and stuff like that, with like parkour and triple jumps and I don't know what. So very curious to see. As far as I know, the game starts in New York. We have like this cutscene at the beginning. It starts a bit slower and introduces you into the world and what happens to this character here. Here in the demo, it seems we are a bit further into the game already, and so we can try out running around and how that feels. Let's see, I got 80 FPS currently. So with everything on absolute max on a 3080, so it's, I guess, okay-ish. But we have ray tracing activated. There's some weird flickering of the texture on the ground. Maybe it has to do with the cloud. Probably. Yeah, we start the tutorial. I will regret this. Move. Cool magic, okay. If I press forward, she just walks like this. Like her cape. It's kind of cool, I have to say, like the color of it. Can't put up the camera completely. It seems like you see there are clouds moving, and I assume these texture flickerings will get through the global, if we go to the settings again, I assume, because we have ray tracing stuff activated. Ray traced shadows, that's already good, but ray traced ambient occlusion, could be that, if I'm not mistaken. Not global, whatever. And through the ray tracing stuff. I'm not sure though. We could experiment with this later. If I hold now control. Okay, magic. Use attack magic to defeat oncoming enemies. Press left mouse button to unleash an attack spell or hold it down to build power before casting. So we can charge a spell, it seems. Switch between various attack spells using E to open the spell switching menu.
I'd imagine you'll have this wrapped up pretty quickly.
Yep, no sweat.
Bonk. Bonk. E. Okay, the game slows down. Burst shot, shield shot. Support magic. Support magic provides various beneficial effects. You can use it to gain tactical advantages such as slowing or even stopping fast-moving enemies, allowing you to blast them with attack spells. Press the right button to cast a support spell and Q to open a menu that will allow to switch between them.
For my next trick.
I missed her.
Get out of the way.
Ouch. She said the F word. It's on cooldown. Tendril. I'm not sure what tendril is.
Why not take a step back and try to relax?
Why not leave me alone?
Why does it always switch, chat? Sketches. Oh, it's E. Is it on cooldown? Disperse. Causes flowers to spring up.
This'll do it. Huh. That's not doing much.
That's why it's not switching.
Woo.
All on
This ought to be good.
cooldown. V open spell list. Okay, there's quite a bit it seems. Okay, so let's.
Doesn't feel like quite enough to satisfy the old bloodlust, eh?
Cuff. Who's Cuff?
Feels
Is
like
Cuff
lying to me.
holding the shift button? It feels like a bit
Oh, finish the job.
unnatural, I have to admit. Interesting. Switching between spell sets. You can use another style of magic by switching to the appropriate spell set. Press Q and E to open the spell switching menu, then select from two available styles with the arrow. Wow! Is it not possible to make it even more complicated? Race magic. Power to the potential. Its wielder commands the forces of nature. It will command the forces of flames.
Alright.
Okay, we can use the buttons, but you can also do it with a mouse. Okay, that's good. Do I have to click this?
Smoking.
That's a mask quote, right?
Wait for it.
Okay, that is the slicing thing. What else do we have? Oh, that's the
This'll be
wrong
good.
thing. This is the right thing. What is this? Crucible. Encloses the area in fiery walls.
Try this for size.
Okay, I have to admit that's pretty cool.
That
The
fucker
quest?
right there. Ah,
Does this damage me? I have to admit that's pretty cool. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. Summons multiple fire swords. Okay, I like summoning fire swords. Okay, now they are with us and stuff happens. This will end the tutorial. Do you want to check out the commands or setting for last time? No. Let's just move on. Go to the central refuge. And that was a demo. No, it would be unfortunate. Tab, check objectives. Go to the central place. Defeat all the enemies at some bridge. Dive into Rosewood something. Improve your magical powers and monument at the Monument of Strength. Acquire a new cloak in Guzel. Okay, interesting. So here we have the quests. Danger, it says. Wow. We now have a magical super spear thing. Pretty hard to hit this boy there.
now that's what I call a pick-me-up.
Glad you're feeling on top of your game.
It explodes. That's kind of cool, I have to admit. What happens if I press shift though? What is this?
Huh.
Skeleton? It holds something. Shore violet. Okay, you can collect stuff. I would like to make a double jump, to be honest. Can't keep on this thing yet. It looks like the game does not want me to jump on this roof, which I find a bit unfortunate. Like, why would I be able to do all of this fun stuff and then can't do even more? Strange. But you always slide down this roof. In case you wonder, what is this? Can't interact with it.
Shit. Fuck. Shit.
Throwing a hissy fit won't help.
Okay, here's a bridge. I remember in one of these quests is clear the bridge from people. Let's do the fighting here and see what happens. Wow, look at
What
this.
should we do?
Could pretend we didn't notice. Huh. Seems kind of slow.
Yes, you're only concerned here.
I don't know how to dodge. Evasion, yeah, that would have been very important. This game looks interesting. Only to Witch King. Welcome, Witch King. Nice to see you. Yeah, it just came out. Currently it runs kind of okay, at least on my machine, but I have a pretty decent machine, to be fair. And yeah, it has a lot of flashy effects, and you can run very fast. I'm currently playing with keyboard and mouse. I'll probably switch to controller. I might play better with a controller, I have to admit. It's a bit strange that I have to press the control button. So on mouse and controller, I would press this to run. It's basically like Dark Souls, I like that. You can use magic parkour to dodge the enemy attacks in battle. Press control at the right moment to take a quick step out of the way. I just press control? Why is this not in the tutorial though? You can also hold down while performing magic parkour to evade automatically. Okay, it's basically some kind of parry. It's funny.
Look out! Do you think you might consider getting hit a little less?
What do you think I am? Super.
If I press control, I do a dash. It seems like you evade stuff automatically if you do.
Here it comes.
No, you're still alive. So now we select, is this support or attack? No. That is, what is this? Charge.
Yup. Yup.
Oh, there's the person. Okay, I like the charge. It's on cooldown now.
Oh, please.
Let us see. What else for? This is a defense spell. Blast thing. Arc slice. Which is a rage slice. Gives me a bit of Dynasty Warrior vibes here. Like lots of enemies, you are super powerful and then just can destroy them completely. And when somebody shoots, you just press the button. Question is, can I... Okay, something happened. Really cool visuals. Yeah, it looks really good. Like... Who is that? Use all. There's also use for the old key. Locking onto enemies is the old key. Okay, that's awesome. When enemy is in the view and you see... Oh, excuse me. While an enemy is in view and you will see that the lock-on icon appears and in question remains fixed in the center of your screen. What? And the... okay, it makes sense. It's just a lock-on. PCB Player 2050, welcome man. Hello, how are you liking the gameplay? I've just literally played for 5 minutes, so I can't give you a really good in-depth answer to that. But my first impression is probably I should play it with a controller, not with mouse and keyboard. Because it's kind of strange that I have to press the control button all the time. And from... like, I don't know, shooters and stuff, control is usually for crouching or something, so it feels a bit weird to use it. Maybe I should put it on shift or something, because that would make more sense control-wise, but I don't know what is on shift. So maybe we have to get into the control, so it gets a bit more... It feels still a bit strange to have it on control. Maybe space would be great. Like in... Which game was it where you did a lot of stuff with space? Maybe Shadow of Mordor or something, but whatever. Yeah, it's interesting. It looks like you're really, really powerful and you have all these flashy effects and probably you can combo into stuff, so figuring that out might be quite interesting. So yeah, let me just get... So I can lock on. Now enemies locked on.
Look out!
Is this an explosion? Okay, I just got 10 frames. What was that? Why is this on my blade thing here? I want to have... I dodged that, I think. Let's get a different support spell. Is this support? No, that is not support. No, this is support. Okay. Know what? We do this here. And when we hide behind this thing here. What do I do on shift? On shift you can actually run. That's funny. Why would I need running? It looks like a Death Star laser. What's she doing there, or he? Lucky me, I'm out of range. I have to admit, the particle effect looks pretty cool, though. Let me just think for a moment. If you press both, maybe try the phrase magic style now. I would like to see, like, some fancy effect. Is this the attack thing or the other thing? Bind. Bind sounds good.
That went well.
You bet it did. That asshole's going nowhere.
That is a bind. Okay, what do we have? Tendril. Oh, that was the tendril. What is this? Disperse. Cause flowers to spring up at the spot. I didn't read it. Pick up nearby rocks, flinging them at them. Oh, that is funny. It's just a little flower. What is this doing? Cause magical poison, curing plants to spring forth. Ouch.
Whew, feels like
Well, that worked. That looks interesting. Is sound good, or is it too? Is the in-game not loud enough? Chat, please let me know. Compared to my audio stuff, phrase magical powers have increased. Awesome.
I feel for this.
You certainly seem to be, yes.
Okay, let's move forward. There is a loot thing, a chest. Okay, because Dark Souls. It's not a mimic, it seems. In-game is indeed fairly silent. Yeah, Elden Ring is very loud, which we played last. Can make it a bit louder. The problem is, what happens now when we make it a bit louder, chat? So
Better than nothing.
we got a nugget.
I'll be the judge of that. Hey, the bridge didn't collapse. Nice.
Okay, maybe let me try the controller now. Now we
I don't know, just
switch. I know what the
felt like it was
switch button
done.
is. Okay, that's a strange design decision in my opinion.
There are
The
slightly more of them than I'd like.
running button. Okay, I don't have to
This'll be a
hold it.
pushover.
It's like a mode. Interesting to know. Okay, that was strange. Do I have to hold it?
Okay, what do you say?
Is there an
Kick some
energy
ass,
for
take
it?
some names?
Feeling a little bloodthirsty, are we?
So what is strange is the circle or B is running, and jumping is on X or A. And that's in my opinion. I mean, it works. I feel like it's a bit, for me personally, it's a bit a wonky button placement. She has this. Something is attacking me, and I think that is really rude. What is the attack button?
Incoming.
Eh? What am I doing here? What do I do? What does this button do?
Good, right?
Ouch.
I wouldn't say good exactly.
The movement looks pretty solid though. Okay, this is like the okay. There is a button to go on. Can we? I assume what is the attack
That's really
button?
quite something.
Just getting warmed up.
Okay. It's, interesting. What is the other button? That is switching. That okay. This must be the other button. Okay, I got the controls now. This button was not explained though. It seems like I have like this thing here. What is it called? You know, chat. A grappling hook. That's the word I was looking for. You can jump to the people here. And then you can also stop the time and, I don't know, jump to something. Oh, we don't have infinite time here. I'm not sure what the button is on PC though. On PC it's the middle mouse button. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now that I've figured out the controls, I have to. It seems like on mouse and key on a controller, it seems a bit more interesting to use. Bind, tendril. Yeah, this I wanted to check.
Don't panic.
Stop making me panic.
Fortunately, my stuff is now on cooldown. That's I don't like.
Yeah. Ugh, get the fuck back.
At least somebody
It
loves
seems
you.
when you can, she dodges automatically. That is a bit strange. Considering that I'm used to playing Elden Ring. You only have to press a button, and then she dodges. No, but, I mean, it's not strange per definition, right? It's just if you roll in Dark Souls, you also get iframes. Restore your health. That is possible.
I wonder if this stuff could cure your attitude, Cuff.
Doesn't seem to have done much.
Don't know what this particular spell does though. That's kind of strange. Ouch. Okay, on triangle you have a weird shield button. No, the shield comes automatically? Okay, okay. Yeah, that I did by pressing both. Still have to... Sorry for playing this a bit bad. Just want to figure stuff out. This is the crucible thing, and then you can basically put the others out. Okay, interesting. What might be the button to lock stuff in?
It's not much, but you never know.
Okay, the A button. Some things are still attacking me. Ouch.
Only I'm talking
Found
to
it.
you.
So we wanted to ask who she's talking. Do you see the he has like a bracelet, an armband in German. Okay, this guy might
Nope,
win this
not
encounter.
working.
Does that make things a little easier? Your skills are coming along.
And I think this is what
Guess
she's
so,
talking to. It
huh?
was not explained though. I assume that is who she's talking to. We have some flowers here, so
Might
we
as
can
well
collect
follow
stuff, classic open world stuff. Let's go to one of these points here. Is there something like fall damage? No.
Oof. Yeah. But
No!
Okay. Spoiler, there is fall damage. In the history of video games, nobody was caught lying them this fast, I think. But it seems it's very generous fall damage. What is this?
Well, do something.
Stone. Gigantic
like a big one.
crocodile man. Okay, let me just think.
I may not be able to protect you as well as I usually
What is
do.
this? This is a charge? I like the
great.
charge.
That's
These
all I need.
things here. And then we
Yep.
use maybe the charge move. There's our friend. How do I...
Oh, come on.
Perhaps avoiding attacks would be better than using me to fend them off.
Aw. Worried you might get a little scratch?
The only thing that's a bit strange for me is, what are these... To throw the spear...
Now's your chance.
On it!
I'm playing this really bad, I know. But still need to get used to the controls.
I don't mind. Keeps me on my toes.
Flying enemies are annoying though, I have to admit. Okay, okay. It seems like we have something to rest. Maybe fall damage, or rather the blocking that's related to mana. Yeah, probably. Oh, wrong button. Oh boy, that will mess with my Elden Ring muscle memory.
This should be easy enough.
Then you'd have a true lady battle.
That's a charge. Okay, there's a finisher, so that you can use a charge to do stuff. Okay, there's a super attack you have. That's what I'm talking about. And you can use this to traverse further, that's good.
Yeah.
You just have to think in Dark Souls. Heavy attack. Charged heavy attack.
Kinda guessed that already.
He explodes, I can finish him. Okay.
Just breathe, will you? You'll never hit anything otherwise.
Can we maybe hit persons? Normal attack. Okay, it doesn't exist. This game only has heavy attacks. I want always when I press R1. I dodged that. I can use this. Okay, let's try something. And there's his finishing attack, I would call it. He's too low. I need to maybe... Crocodile is also pretty low. Eat. Die already. Okay, where's the person with full HP? So the spear. Person dead. Full HP almost.
You're telling me that now?
It doesn't work. I'm just curious how far you can jump. Okay, there is a treasure box. It's an interesting game.
Consumables.
I'll try not to
Angels
consume them
stone.
all at once.
Okay. Spear. It was a fully charged thing, so it does more. Maybe it does more damage because most survived the thing, or maybe it was just a weak enemy. Pretty strange. Can she swim, chat? It's not swimmable enough. So my plan was to jump up
Stay
there.
frosty. Got it.
Okay, this actually works. Okay. It was close.
Okay.
This happened kind of
Spun a little bit
automatically.
too much there.
Vomit on me and suffer.
Oh god. You can't fully move, like, I can't move my camera higher than this. Makes it a bit getting used to. Okay, this gives us break, but now we can...
Impossible to escape.
Oh yeah?
Hey.
Whoever started that rumor never met me.
Convinced you'd have ended up there, eh?
This happens automatically, you do not have to do anything for this particular move. This brings us basically back again. That's pretty cool, I like flying rocks like these. They're pretty neat. Is there a way, this is the objective thing, is there a way to fast travel? Oh. Okay, the slow motion I like. And here's a nice tree on top of this flying rock. It's also pretty cool. The question is, how do I get up there again? Ah, I see it. Do you see these stones there above my head? But yeah, here you also see her arm thing. Is there any other button? There was a charge.
Frey!
No.
Did you find something?
Ugh, filthy.
Could you try to keep me clean at least?
Now quit whining. You're wiped clean.
Look out!
Ah! Ugh.
My mistake.
I sometimes
Ah,
wonder how come a little guy
I
like
still don't
you
have the
has such a
button
good
prompt
shield.
perfected.
Come on.
There is a bind thing which I would like to use. Yeah, that took a
Let me
moment
guess,
too long to
mentally at
figure
least.
out which button I have to press. I can now, for example, do this.
Poetry in motion.
Keep it up!
Huh? Is this as a parry or something?
Damn. Next one's gonna hurt.
I hope that's all.
Yeah, there's a parry in the game.
And
That seems to have had the desired
Let me
effect.
just try this again.
good. Because it tasted like crap.
Ouch.
Come on.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
You're mine. Ha! Yeah. Ugh.
You're too close, for goodness sake.
I can't help it. They're so fucking clingy. Ugh. That's it.
I don't know what I'm doing, but it seems like there's some kind of parry functionality on the use button. Where's he thinking he's going?
That'll teach you.
You're mine. Yeah, what he said.
You
Time's
see
of the
this?
essence, Frey.
Is that supposed to be helpful?
Do I get damage?
Ugh.
Oh, that wasn't so in. Can you maybe do the thing again? Excuse me, sir.
Ah.
It seems like if you hit the interact button, I didn't see that coming, while this guy swings,
Ah. Getting kind of sore.
he even died.
Quick breather.
You can negate the damage and you can do this. That's kind of cool. I have to say I'm a huge fan of parry stuff like this. Also, I opened this chest here by accident in the combat.
Not bad, I guess.
Yes. Handy?
I have to admit, this is kind of cool. Like when you have objects in the way, like this tree here, she just uses the trees to fling around. That's pretty neat. Okay, she also jumps automatically. I'm just holding forward and this parkour mode thing. Okay, now probably have to jump manually. Not like I can be completely lazy here. You cannot travel beyond this point in the demo version. Oh, okay. We are just reaching the confines of the demo. Excuse me. Yeah, we can get back to the bridge from here. Oh god.
Do you
Why
think
on earth?
urgent action might be an idea?
Yeah, but why did my
find the right
thing not work?
moment.
I have to say that the jump button is on X is really a bit strange.
Almost flying there. What one might call a gaggle of troublemakers.
The weak ones hunt in packs, huh?
I don't like the look
This
of
is a bit clunky.
Frank, are you hurt?
You have to be kidding me.
What do you think, genius?
Oh, good. You're well enough to be unpleasant, at least.
Can we maybe not hit me there? I just want to traverse up this freaking wall. Go somewhere else. I don't want to fight these annoying things. Like the traversing kind of works, but it's also, what is this? It's just some random experience. Sometimes it feels a bit clunky, you know? I can't just run up this wall here. Or if I want to just wall jump, she maybe does it one time like this, but then if momentum forward is completely killed. So the stuff feels, I don't know how to describe it, a bit scripted, you know what I mean? Like what you can do and what not. It's not like completely free. This is how we get up again, that's awesome. So there's a tower, I'm not sure what's going on with this tower, but we just go there and check it out. Fast travel destination, something. Scan your surroundings. Wow. So it's a classical, there's a tower, scan the surrounding. No Skyriming up a cliff? No. Sorry for nice surprise. Oh, you can even... What am I doing with this? Is this like a marker? Where do I even have to go, chat? I'm an idiot and okay, there's a point. Village on the other side, clear the bridge. Didn't I have like a bazillion? Okay, go to the central refuge in Water Garden. Dive into the rosewood found. Improve your magical stuff. Acquire a new cloak. I assume upgrading I do in my menu and not anywhere here. Okay, how do I get... Oh. There's something. $700 something meters. We go there and see what's going up there, up down there. Maybe I have to get back up here. question is,
this
how do I
doesn't
get...
look good.
Yes, something seems to have drawn the brake here. But I expect you can clear it away with your powers.
Yeah,
Give it
that's
try.
a good comparison, Shadow of Mordor. Now that you say it. It was also the movement very scripted in a way, you know? It kind of worked, though I have to admit, like when in Shadow of Mordor you pressed, I think, space or so, then you would, for example, jump over this here. It's pretty much the same here. You hold down a button and you just jump over it. It's a really good comparison. Like, the jumping happens automatically. I can also manually jump by pressing this button. Like... neutral jump. Oh, she even can climb over this. Okay, she can also vault automatically on her... okay, interesting. Okay, what am I going to do with this? Interact. It's the wrong button, Chris. You're an idiot. Yep, I am. Okay. If it's video game logic. If it doesn't work, just attack it. It will work. Yeah, that is true. Measuring in feet. Can you switch this, by the way? It's a good point. No, that's the wrong button. Let me just go into the menu, maybe check it. Be gameplay balance or something. Fast travel, evasion, controls, keyboard, accessibility. Yeah, units, Imperial. We could go to metric units. I'm used to metric units. I didn't even notice because I just assumed it were meters because there's only 3 places in the world that still use Imperial units, but let's not get into this discussion. Speaking of, could also save the game or something. Easy. Okay, that explains a lot. Let us look. Defense. Phrase defensive powers have improved. Awesome. What does this mean exactly? Object 4 complete. Monument to strength. Map magic. So here we have our magic button. Can we learn something? Maybe we can even see what it does. Screen. Surround you with stones that defend against enemy attacks. Doesn't sound useful, to be honest. At least on this place, this demo here. We are so tanky. Places a magical trap in a spot. Magical trap, that's too common. I just want explosions. This spell you have selected must not currently be equipped. Okay. Shatter shot. Yeah, that I want. Can't get it though. Allows you to use your crafting skills to combine stuff. There's crafting, but of course there's crafting. We already found materials like flowers and some ores and so on. Is the volume better by now, or is it still not loud enough? I can make it twice as loud. Like my slider's in the middle still. But think not about the sound of the menu, think about the sound when the explosions in combat happening and so on. Allows you to use skill crafting. Okay, what is this? little dot. Let's use something useful, I think. So we unlock this. Can we unlock this? I still have 28 points. I have. I mean, the trap doesn't look too bad, to be honest. The closest to a big explosion I could find. So now I'm very curious what happens here. You have also gear that you can equip. You can change your nails and that gives you stats. That in my opinion is kind of funny. Minus 5% all spells plus 2% damage. What is a fry spell? Fry spell damage. Healer spell. 5% damage. Are there different nails? There are. This is probably a defense and the offense stuff. Healing item effect boost all damage. No, it's the same. Okay. Killer blows generate a shockwave. Okay, that sounds cool.
What?
Resources. For instance, how do I get those healing draughts? Do they refill somewhere? Do I have to craft them? There's hardly anything out there who doesn't know how to make it. Okay, it seems like it's common. Still no idea how to get more of
Or
it.
if I could paint you a nice new color cuff.
If that's supposed to be a joke, it's not a very funny one.
Okay, so let's go to the journal and I don't know. Oh, there is a map. There is even a map. It's probably the whole demo area I have access to. I would suspect. Dive somewhere. Central water garden thing. Let's go there. Where is it? Over there. Okay. How do I get up there again? Can you cancel fall damage with it? Let's try to get up to this particular
This
place
amount of
here
brokenness doesn't
faster.
feel so bad.
Not for you, maybe. Normal human beings, on the other hand.
Hey, I am a normal human being, thank you very much.
No, you need... If I compare this like to Sekiro, for example, which also has this grappling hook which feels somewhat similar to this here. It felt more the traversing and okay, maybe I can just increase it an inch. If you compare it to Sekiro, for example, there like you pressed R1, I think, or something like that, or was it L1? One of those.
Hostile presence. Be on your guard.
No, L1 can't be.
Yeah,
Hostile
stay
present.
frosty. Got it.
Frosty.
Get out of the way.
Excuse me, Mr. People here.
Don't move!
I'd say now's the time to strike.
No shit.
Oh, that's the button I was looking for.
That'll teach you.
Yeah, what he said!
About what I expected.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, funny, they're very bad at hitting me.
How are you feeling?
A whole lot better than I did a minute ago.
Might help to fall back a little.
Agreed.
Oh, one back. I always want to hit them on.
Big balls for someone fighting a small fry.
This great E. Yeah, I know, it wasn't great. And flying enemies, by the way, are annoying.
Kinda want more of a challenge.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Was our thing. Where do we know to go here? 1 kilometer?
Don't
Okay,
worry,
that's very
this'll
far
be
away.
quick.
I do hope so.
I have to admit though, the traversing stuff here is pretty cool. You also move pretty fast. Wait, there's a grade for how well you fight? Yeah, it feels a bit like a spectacle fighter, which in my opinion this kind of is, if that makes sense.
Uh-oh.
What is this?
Watch where you're going.
I would if I could. Ugh. Yep.
You need to be a little more patient.
You done stating the obvious? Ready? That's not doing much. Ah! Ah! Oh, come on! Hey-ya!
What's the button?
Come on!
Oh, now we have the... Is this a trap?
Yup.
Yeah, we have the magical trap.
Ha! Okay, enough.
Oh, come on.
You, perhaps. They seem more than happy to continue.
Nope, not working.
Unfortunately, my trap is gone. Okay, the symbol that we sometimes see is bind implant. That is also a
Do you
new
think you
spell
might
that we
consider
have.
getting hit a little less?
What do you
So
think
this-
I am? Superhuman? Incoming!
The only thing that is a bit annoying for me is, in my mind, I always want to attack with R1. Confuses me greatly. Wait, that's... okay, we already... It reminds me of... But the birds, in my opinion, they could have deleted from the game. You have to be kidding me. still a bird left.
Much obliged.
Well, finish the job. Let's not be ungrateful now.
Ugh.
Happy to go on.
Happy as I'll ever be.
It seems like you have to kill everyone. Now I can reach at a moment. It reminds me of Nier in the way with the monster art style and some of the attack graphics. Yeah. Makes sense, though both are by Square Enix, that's a good point. Okay, here we have one of these fancy towers again. Okay, that was wrong. Kidding me? Couldn't activate this thing yet. How do I get up there again, chat? Okay, we just walk.
I'm
Shameful.
squishy around here.
Squishiness. The most harrowing of nature's demons.
How about I squish you right into the mud?
Okay. Excuse me. There was a point, I couldn't reach it. It's a bit too short for me to get the timing to land on this. I'm just too stupid to confirm that.
Frey, stay with me.
Damn it.
Finally.
Huh.
And now we get something for it. Okay. Probably defense, strength, or whatever. Like instead, more health. Maximum health was increased by 5. I need that. Okay, we go there.
Don't worry, this'll be quick.
I do hope so. I'm not sure we can guarantee it won't fall down while you're inside, you know?
If you're trying to lighten the mood, it's really not working.
No, not this thing. Oh, this is little bit too. You know what I mean? Tiny bit too finicky, like too complicated to execute. Would be like one button press to hit those grappling hook spots, I think, for really smooth traversal.
Did pretty good that time.
Reasonably, yes.
I sometimes it feels like, okay, it should be easy to climb up this wall with all these movement abilities. And it's a bit more difficult at times. I wouldn't say that's necessarily bad, but we have to go here.
Something's there. What shall we do?
Could pretend we didn't notice.
Now's your chance.
On it!
This looks like a big one. Frey, what's the matter?
Can't fucking see straight.
I have to admit, when I saw the trailers for this game, I thought conversation stuff would be a bit more annoying. It actually was. Okay, is this...
Beyond the door, she was greeted by the most unimaginable sight.
An actual bed. Might as well pocket this.
A letter. Okay. Long, long ago, the Tenters built spires of stone all across Athia. The Tenters' power was so great that no sooner had they decided to build them than the spires appeared all over the land. Okay, it's good. One day these spires, these monuments, shall save our beloved Athia, said one of the Tenters with great anticipation in her eyes. Okay.
Alright, let's do this.
Ah, here we can craft actually. So out of these things I found, I can craft these fantastic items. Yeah, well, I need those. Upgrade. Now, with the Angel Stone, you can upgrade your stuff here. So, quite a lot. She walks very slow here in comparison to the rest, and I can't accelerate this. Restore your health. That's always a bit strange when you're inside a room. It's not that big, so it doesn't matter too much, but I think the walking speed is a bit too low for my liking. Like, just imagine this place would be bigger. I would get insane on this. Like, just walk a little bit faster. It feels like the player interactions with the environment, climbing, is going to be a pain in this game. I'm not. It could be my utter incompetence, so I would not rule that out. But this here could have done a bit smoother. Maybe just a demo, maybe it's better or it gets patched. I'm not sure. This here, like I said, here I tried 6 times to get to wrap this thing. Kind of works. Next thing is over there. Oh, okay, you can do that if you hold the button.
Frey!
Yeah, good to know that you can fast travel. So how do we cancel the fall damage? Okay, this potentially cancels fall damage. Good to know.
How many of them are there?
I'm gonna say a party's worth. Let's dance.
Let's dance, Mortal Kombat code. Maybe it's not a Mortal Kombat code, though, but... Where are we even going here?
Feeling kind of
take a closer look at the barn. Okay, curious what happens now. Here we see the brazier arm thing she has. That gives her, I assume, the power. Okay, we learned a new spell. I like that. Maybe with some upgrade. Climb even higher with multiple leaps in quick succession. Yes! That is exactly what I want. Aim at the wall and press forward in this button mid-air. Could move around there. So maybe we should have gone here first, to be honest. So maybe our problems are now completely solved. Unfortunately, I can't learn those. Now this is a zip. We also unlocked this. Switch skill trees. Ah, okay, this is a fire skill tree. Get it now. Bombardier. Okay, that's a fun spell. How can't you? I can learn it. Is there a spell that we can learn here in this tree? I don't have enough points anyway.
This should be easy enough.
If only that were true of every battle.
Okay, I aim at the wall. I think that was our new spell.
Possible.
Yeah, it seems like with this it becomes a bit more easier to get up. Maybe there are more spells like these who can do stuff.
Check it out, fortress.
Well, it'll be a good chance to flex our muscles.
Hey. You have to be kidding me.
I
game.
never said we're going.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Did you find something? Not the most impressive find.
Hey, freebie's a freebie.
Perhaps avoiding attacks would be better than using me to fend them off.
Aw, worried you might get a little scratch?
Well, do something.
Oh, come on!
Okay, these dudes are maybe good for the other thing I wanted to try. I wanted to try the trap. The trap, right? The trap is
Okay.
this particular button here. Okay, I have to admit I kind of like that.
I think we might need to take a step back.
Oh, These annoying birds, you have no idea how annoying it is when somebody consistently flying your head.
Here it comes.
Who are you exactly? I think the birds I could delete from the game.
Can't be very satisfying
Finally.
facing enemies of this caliber.
Yeah, it does feel kind of pointless.
You should use this dome thing.
Ready? Come on. There.
Can we lure her into the trap? No, 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 no. This enemy's too smart.
You need to be a little more patient.
You done stating the obvious? That's it.
Okay, that's a nice trick.
That's it. One more round? I think I'm feeling lucky.
If you're in the air, you can hold the attack button and then do like a dash on the ground. Probably an ability already unlocked. Like this game has a bit of spectacle fighter. Hey, look at that fortress there. Meanwhile, Chris is staring at the wall. Yeah. Sorry, chat. I'm just curious if we now can climb up at funny walls. This fortress, I assume they were talking about.
Was this a village?
Maybe once.
Not the most uplifting sight. Something.
Dodge rolls. If you use magic parkour while preparing a spell, you can make an even bigger evasive maneuver than the usual sidestep. Prepare an attack or support spell, hold R2 or L2, then hold the button and just give it a try. So I can basically,
What should we do?
if I want to dodge,
Could pretend we didn't notice.
you have to attack me, else I can't do this. Hello? It doesn't work, chat. The attacks are just terrible. Whatever.
I don't like the look of this.
Can't see a fucking thing.
Just breathe. It'll be over soon enough.
We get damage also.
Just wait until you're ready.
Ugh, I thought I overdid it. Ah!
What on earth?
Now that's what I call a pick-me-up.
Glad you're feeling on top of your game.
Okay, we need maybe the dome. Why don't I have the dome equipped?
Yup. Ha!
Nope, not working.
Satisfy the old bloodlust, eh?
Feels like
Yeah,
plenty
this
to
tanks
me.
the frame rate quite a bit, I have to admit.
Fair to middling, I suppose.
I'll give you
Okay.
middling, asshole. Let's see. What do we got here?
Okay. Judicious. The cloak once beloved of Tanta Prav protects the wearer from being dazed. Ah, that's a. I just for a moment thought, what is this button supposed to be? Magic recharge rate boosted, immune to dazing, improve critical hit rate when HP is high, damage reduced when... So there's a lot of interesting elements in this game.
Finds
This
like
is,
this
I assume,
make
our
all the
normal
running around
look.
worthwhile.
Oh, the demo is completed already. Let's equip this thing here.
There's a certain style to this particular cloak.
Better try and live up to it.
Nah, I wouldn't worry too much about attempting the impossible.
So did we complete the demo already? What is the last point here in the list of points that we can do? Defeat a powerful enemy. Yeah,
This is
I
really
like- I
bummed
would
me
like
out
to do that.
sometimes.
let's defeat a powerful enemy.
Behind you, David.
Yeah, must have been so alive back in the day.
What one might call a gaggle of troublemakers.
The weak ones hunt in packs, huh?
Like I said, here again, it just selected something I didn't want to select. Okay, this is potentially something like mana.
Oh my god, that was insane.
Just try not to fall.
Shit! Thought I was dead for sure.
You weren't the only one.
Wait till we jump down here.
But
No!
huh? What's this?
I'd imagine you'll have this wrapped up pretty quickly.
Yep, no sweat.
Okay, this is, I assume, a fast travel point. And there's huge amounts of fog in front of us. Scan your surroundings. Okay, there's a powerful enemy. It's a gigantic being thing.
Demon death seems imminent, won't it?
You're not joking, are you? Oh, please.
I sometimes wonder what you think I'm here for, you know.
I sometimes wonder how come a little guy like you makes such a good shield.
That was close.
Yes, close to me.
Okay, we get the image back if we does this.
Incoming! Much obliged.
Was that a thank you?
Undo, undo.
Woohoo! That hits the spot. I'm in trouble here.
Yeah, for what reason I can't
talking and heal
carry this
yourself.
stuff anymore.
Let's get back in this. Way too close. Oh. Yeah.
Not doing it.
Yes, mentally at least.
You know me so well.
Okay.
How does this work?
Yup.
This button. And then I have to. Can we lock him in? I have to do.
Ah. Ah. That's not doing much.
Okay. What is this shield?
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, you can block it. There's a shield. That's kind of cool. Ouch. What else do we have? Shield shot.
Okay. That's it. Ha!
Funny. Oh god, for real. Let me just switch my.
Whoa! Did we just?
Yes,
Good
now
night.
finish the job.
Okay, let me.
Yup.
Camera locked out for whatever reason. What else do we have, chat? Okay. It's slowly getting better at... Not bad, I wouldn't call it good, what I'm doing here, but better at... Thank you for playing, that was the demo. Getting better with the controls, if that makes sense. That is true. I guess it's very difficult to make this case sensitive enough that voice lines are always fitting. It's at least something new. It's not like part 15 of, or part, I don't know, part 3 or something. It's a new IP which I kind of respect. Kind of interesting. It came out yesterday, so if you're interested in this, it's out on Steam. It's 80 euros, which in my opinion is a bit expensive for a new game. PlayStation 5 users probably know the problem. I've not checked how expensive it is on consoles, so maybe I can do this really quick. Can't tell you the dollar prices because I said I'm from Germany, but let me just see. Forspoken. Let me just see. So Steam price is indeed 79.99 €. It's very expensive. The PlayStation 5 version, currently checking on Amazon, UVP is $90 for whatever reason, but you could get it for 70 currently. 70 euros on Amazon currently, interestingly. I think it has no... Wait, it's an interesting question. Does it come... Is it also... It's not coming out for Xbox, right? So currently it seems PlayStation 5 version is your cheapest bet. Yeah, only PlayStation 5 and Windows. We could check the Epic Store if you want. Just in case people want to buy that. I think it's also on Epic, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Yeah, it is on Epic. It's it's 80 euros also on Epic. So no price difference there. So it's very expensive for PC. Forspoken PC. On Amazon you can't even buy it for PC, so it seems to be like kind of exclusive for that. Interesting. Interesting demo. 80. Yeah, 80 as in 80. I also find this a bit excessive. I would say that even 70 is, in my opinion, relatively expensive. Like 60, 65, that's more where I see game prices. And with this price tag, it can be a hard sell. Like if you like cool movement and stuff, okay, it's maybe a bit more difficult than this game here. It was set on, it seems like the demo was set on easy. So it seems there are more different difficulty settings. Then, I don't know, you could get Sekiro or something like that. And Sekiro is currently, I don't know, it's $60 on Steam, but if you get, let me just see Amazon, probably that's cheaper. You can get it cheaper in a sale, much cheaper than this, but probably not fair to compare. Sekiro. It's also $70 on Xbox and currently not available for PlayStation, which is kind of strange. Very strange. No idea what's going on there, but yeah, there are other games that might be a bit cheaper, even if they are new. So yeah, what is my no, don't just open Steam. Yeah, PlayStation games often are 70, 80. It's an interesting game. What I would like to try, I would like to go to my graphic settings and just get rid of ray traced shadows. Let me see when we go for the high preset. I'm gonna go back to custom. Oh, you can I said anti-aliasing you can't change. I lied. You can change it. Temporal anti-aliasing. SMAA, FXAA. Yeah, we just turned the ray tracing stuff off. Oh, we could even go on ultra high. Is the end of the demo already?
What were we doing again? Get your act together, will you?
Yeah.
Wait, we can fight this dinosaur man again.
Huh. What's this?
You think I got this?
Only one way to find out. Get out of the way. Perhaps avoiding attacks would be better than using me to fend them off.
Aw, worried you might get a little scratch.
This one's something of a handful.
I don't mind. It keeps me on my toes.
What else do we need?
Can't we wait just a little
That's the
longer?
wrong button.
No, I fucking can't. Die!
Yes, now finish the job.
You're mine.
Let me just think for a moment. What is the button
come
for
on.
this?
The best things come to those who wait.
Okay. Oh, shit. Yup.
Take the charge here really quick. What is the other
Okay.
thing? Oh god.
Better?
Okay, there he was.
Huh, can you rely on me a little less?
Oh, believe me. I'll be stopping this.
Very nicely timed.
Thanks.
What's the button again?
Ah!
Sorry. Arc slice.
That was bad.
And there was a demo, I guess. Does the game run better? Slightly. I guess it's bound to be on sale somewhere at some point. Yeah, I guess it really is. Can we skip this? I mean, it still looks good. Performance-wise, Sorry for interrupting it and just pressing buttons to just get back to the main menu. Let's load this dude here again. Maybe make a hard save.
Today.
Now I have all this
A
stuff
little
unlocked.
white monster pummeling that?
But they have now 80 FPS, so the difference is not that big.
Shit, my clothes are dragging me down.
What did you expect?
Oh man, I bet the kids in town would love to see this.
It would make for a striking picture.
This'll be a good one.
Yeah, you can make picture. Oh, that's this button. Interesting. But yeah, very classic. There's a photo mode. Doesn't look too complex. Would like to meddle around with the frame rate a bit. Let's probably have to go to the main menu if I switch this to high. Not sure if you can.
What were we supposed to be doing again?
The rest of the
Look
game
at
feels so
me.
medieval. She's from New
Why
York,
don't you?
and she was sucked into this fantasy world. Finding this amulet, as far as I know. Like, I have not played it, but it's what I've heard. How the story introduces the character and so on. With ray tracing deactivated, you only have this stuff here on. Okay, I know what people mean. Like, I have 90, round about 100 FPS to 85 FPS. Okay, now it's 80. It jumps back and forth a little bit at times.
Might as well pocket this.
I have to admit, without ray tracing, I mean, it looks good. Okay, what happens if I put the settings to standard? Actually, not much. But let's do a save here. Return to title screen. Maybe it needs to reload the settings. Yeah, explains a lot. Yeah, it's I've now put it to standard.
What were we supposed to be doing again?
Don't look at.
Okay, I have a idea. Like, I'm currently, in case people wonder, I'm playing on 1080p only, so I'm a bit skeptical by the performance of this. I'm running, like I said, I have a very potent processor, and I have a 3080 in it. This game should run faster than 80 FPS on this machine. Like, it doesn't sound like a good value, but if you consider I have a 3080 in it, then... Which of course is not the best card on the market right now, but for... I should be able to hit... Let's go to FXMA. Let's just reduce stuff quite a bit. Motion blur, we don't want. This is model stuff we take on high, very
Me? Think, why don't you?
I have still 80 FPS. It seems like on this setting I have less FPS than on the high setting, which is kind of weird. Probably because this is not activated.
If only that were true of every battle.
But strange. Okay. Now I have 114 FPS. Now 120 is a limit. I have 120 FPS now. Round about 112. A bit jumping back and forth. It doesn't feel like the frame pacing is off though, but it is strange. Okay, with ultra performance, no, or even with ultra performance, I hit consistent 120 FPS on 1080p. Okay. Let's go to the settings here. Set it to low. Set it to custom. Let's say balanced. Even on low, I don't get 120 FPS without setting DLSS to performance mode or to... Yeah, now with performance though, I get 120 FPS consistent now on low. Oh, that's the wrong button. Let me just get to the task manager real quick. I mean, I'm also streaming, to be fair, but it should not have too much impact on this. CPU is just, it's not, can't be the processor. It still looks, you definitely notice the difference in lighting, not lightning. Ultra high. Custom. Let's get this to performance. Now I have 70, 80 FPS roundabout.
Fancy your chances?
More 70.
I'll give it my best shot.
Let's go somewhere where we have more light. Water looks pretty nice, I have to admit. Let's go back to where we just were. Just want to check some reflections here. Just some tech test now. It looks nice though, like, of course you have to consider I stream it. the quality on Twitch, you know, does not always fully reflect stuff. No, it's also moving water. I hope to find like a pond that is not moving. Maybe this here.
Break?
Not enough to be a problem, at least.
Not for you, anyway.
Wait, do we have reflections activated, right? Reflections on high, yeah. And we have ray tracing, the ray tracing features activated. But we only have ray traced shadows and ambient occlusion. Probably no ray trace reflections, so... For example... Oh, there is a tree. The tree reflects, but I think it does not reflect correctly. So this is just, what is it called? Screen space reflections, I think it's called. What was that? I could not jump over that.
Did you find something?
Interesting. As you can see, for example, this tower there in the background, you see that it is kind of reflected in the water.
To use magic that matters. It's what you
That's
do
not
with
correctly reflected. You see this? That's
Kind of guessed that already.
usually a hint that we don't have these fancy reflections here. Shadow looks decent, I would say. What does this slider do? Sharpness. What is if I put it on 0? Doesn't look too different. Put it on 100. It's just a filter that sharpens the build a bit more. The image. I don't know. Also curious, what is in this fog there? I assume the demo ends there. And it says you can't go into this area or something like this. I have to say the fog looks kind of cool though.
This one's going to be a chore.
Not the pep talk I needed.
What is this entity here?
Look out!
Okay, that looks cool.
I wonder what you think I'm here for.
I sometimes wonder how come a little guy like you makes such a good shield.
That kind of magic requires more range.
Kinda guessed that already. Now that's what I call a pick-me-up.
Glad you're feeling on top of your game. These things take time, Fred. Well, this is bad.
Fuck, 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 fuck!
They're shrieking like Nazgul, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's the other dude.
Oh, come on! It's too many!
Less talking, more fighting.
Okay, and the nail design set to maximize individualities improves the chance of landing critical hit.
I'm getting to be one
Cool.
tough customer.
Okay,
I'd
so
say
this
you're
is
becoming
basically this
reasonably
area
busy,
can be
yes.
liberated from these things. Interesting. Whether we tried this out. Looks kind
Not
of cool, I have to
bad,
admit.
guess.
The fog looked pretty cool. That looked very nice. In general, the fog in this game looks really decent, I have to admit. Look at this. I assume if I walk further, the game says you can't go there. Oh, pick some flowers.
These places really bum me out sometimes.
Yeah, you can't go beyond this point. There's an invisible wall here,
Yeah,
which is not.
must have been so.
I can understand it's
alive
very
back in the
difficult
day.
to limit an open world thing like this. I don't mind as long as it's not big invisible walls in the middle of nowhere in the main game. I don't mind. What was that? That's a little
It's not
thing.
much, but you never know.
Okay, there's another fog thing. Can we just move? But yeah, technically, I have to admit though, I understand why people say it doesn't run well. If you don't have like a top-notch system, you might be struggling reaching 60 FPS here.
Yeah, not my scene at
And don't get
all.
me wrong, the
That's
game
not
doesn't
to
look
the
bad,
ground.
but in my opinion it doesn't look that great that it should eat so much performance. I guess you have a very high range of looking. And what is kind of strange is that even reducing the frame rate, the settings, for the most part,
Don't worry,
does not
this'll be
do
quick.
much. I assume it's the
I
shadows
do
or so
think
that kind of cause some trouble here. Okay, we can't go to this point either.
What one
Combat
might call
unsafe.
a gaggle of troublemakers.
The weak ones hunt in packs, huh?
This looks like the demo is, ends here. Very interesting though. Let's load the this save here, right? Yeah. I would like to
What's on the
check
agenda
the
today?
fog again.
A little light monster pummeling, perhaps?
I have to admit this doesn't look good. There's some weird artifacts at times. Might be due to the distance or so. Doesn't look too bad
Did you
though.
find something?
And not gonna lie. I like the lightning mood change here when you go into the fog. That's pretty neat. Question is, where does it change again? Suddenly we have... That's funny. Dark. I mean, it's not a
This
criticism,
amount of
just
brokenness
interesting to
doesn't
see how
feel
they
so
do this.
bad.
Not for you, maybe. Normal
Very
human
interesting. Is
beings,
that
on
the
the other
filter
hand.
they put on or so?
Hey, I am a normal human being, thank you very much.
But yeah, very interesting. I'm very curious how big this world is, and especially like if we look at the map, what else we might explore here. I assume this is by far not, excuse me, all we can oh, you can zoom out further. Okay, that's cool. I think this is just a tiny bit of the world that you can explore. So if you like exploring that, it's kind of interesting. Like I said, from the trailers we have seen, I would have expected this game to be how to say, like the protagonist and the arm thing is consistently talking to each other, and I had the feeling that it might be annoying. So far I don't find it annoying though, so that's probably a good thing. It seems like you can actually do some combo stuff and chain stuff together, so it looks cool, you feel really powerful, but it takes a lot of getting used to. I think the tools are there, but at least from my perspective, maybe it's just me, and keep in mind I'm currently grinding Elden Ring bosses on level 1 a lot, so getting just in my head that the attack, my normal attack, is not on R1 just confuses me greatly already, so I played this definitely not as good as one could have played it. There's that. Movement is very similar to Shadow of Mordor and some other games, because it all happens automatically. Feels a bit scripted, but it seems you can improve your movement capabilities further through skill trees and so on. But I feel, for example, the grappling hook, let's call it grappling hook, is a little bit clunky, I feel. Maybe it's just me being stupid there, but if you, for example, if you think about Sekiro, in Sekiro you had very little HUD elements, but every point you could use a grappling hook at, and so you move forward towards it, it just would just show you a HUD element on the screen. You can grab that, you press the button, you went there. You just looked at it, and the game usually did the right thing. Like, you saw a prompt, you could use this, and this felt like this flowed extremely well. I'm not sure if I have a Sekiro, what's it called? Save game here on this computer. Probably not. It's on my other computer for sure. So, probably can't load it up, but yeah, it simply works much better using the grappling hook mechanic. It flows much more than here. Here it feels a bit clunky at times, and you try and you hold the button to get the grappling hook out, then it, I don't know, target the wall instead of this crystal thing to give you a little up boost. It felt a bit clunky, I have to admit, though the traversing, I think you can get used to it, and then you can do quite some awesome stuff, I think. Combat so far, like I said, it has a lot of interesting stuff in it. I have to give them credit for that. There's crowd control you can use. There's this mine you could put on the ground. There's like finishers on the ground that you can upgrade it so that there's an explosion when you do the finisher on the ground and do AoE damage around. Like, you feel really powerful in this game. There are dodging mechanics and kind of parry mechanics as well, which I find personally very cool. It could be very overpowered, I guess, but as said, this was on easy. Probably if you play on normal difficulty or on difficult, on hard, then it probably it kills you a few times here and there. This is probably just a demo, so everybody can enjoy it and just fiddle around a little bit with the controls and with traversing the area. Though that kind of worked. Anything else to say? I'm not the hugest open world game player. I don't mind open worlds, but it's not like I must play every open world game on Earth. And as such, I feel... Maybe I should also go back into the game or something, simply because it makes no sense to not be in the game and just stay at the main menu, right?
There's something nearby.
Yeah, so here we can just look at this air, which looks kind of cool. So, yeah, that's definitely something to consider. I'm not sure, like, I like spectacle fighters like Bayonetta and stuff like that. Also Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and Devil May Cry and so on. I wouldn't say I'm good at those games, but I kind of like them. But those games have, in my opinion, usually the far better flow. This here feels like a lot of buttons are kind of... like you have a lot of stuff you have to do. Like you have so many abilities. And the game is a bit about switching the abilities fast. Maybe this is easier on PC once you get used to the keyboard inputs a bit more. Because there you can just press... Yeah, here for example, I can just switch the attack spells by pressing the F buttons.
Severe.
I'm not sure how to switch the others. Oh, here I think. Yeah, see here you can switch through stuff with just a button press.
Let's not stick
So
around.
you can maybe do this while moving. I think on PC, if you get used to these controls and maybe can use them really well, it has potential. Problem is a bit for me that some spells, like for example your attack spell, I can do this here. You know, if I just press R2 all the time, I can also hold the button, then I charge the spell. And this is basically a very basic principle of the spell stuff here. Like if I do this, I have like a machine gun.
That'll do it.
And then after a while, I shoot one big missile or something like that. I think when this bar is full. Yeah. Maybe I should shoot here. See this little blast thing
What are
there.
we gonna find here, I wonder?
I'm not sure.
Curse, perhaps? A
But that,
new and even deadlier
If I now
affliction?
switch to the flame thing, it becomes more apparent. Like, here's my fire sword that I have. It's basically my standard light attack. And if I hold it, I can throw the spear. And I feel like it would feel better for this game if you could just have a separate button for the spear. You do this on the same button. And it always feels a bit clunky in my opinion, stuff-wise. Like, it would be cool to just do this and not have to hold the button, because it takes out a bit of the speed, you know what I mean? I'm just doing really fast hits here all the time. And then I have to hold the button and throw the spear and it explodes or so. I mean, it works, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, it's probably the problem of having so much stuff. Maybe have a heavy attack and a normal attack like Dark Souls. And I don't mean by that every game has to be like Dark Souls, but maybe this would have done the trick. Like I can do my sword swing, and then on this button I can do the heavy attack all the other way around.
A happy tune?
Could maybe have worked a little bit better. Yeah, instead of this weird charging all the time. What does even this do? Now this is when I charged it.
Gosh.
Movement looks pretty good though. Like the animation
I know,
are, in my
right?
opinion, pretty good. That kind of works, I have to admit. Good old animations. Did I forget anything, Chad? Are there any questions in chat? Does somebody maybe want to know, can you do this, that, I don't know what? But yeah, there seems to be quite a lot going on in combat, and it's definitely a game that needs a bit getting used to. I can't tell you though if it, even if you are got used to it, if it still feels somewhat clunky. Here we have potential stuff casting shadows. That's pretty cool in my opinion. I'm not sure if it's a cloud or one of these debris things in the air, but that's pretty cool. Like here you see the debris casting shadows. Fog looks pretty good. Can you get onto the bridge in the demo? Yeah, we were earlier at the beginning of the demo there. We can just really go there really fast. Actually not sure what's on the other side. So here we get a thing, and now I can't, you know, I want this here to grapple, and it feels like in Sekiro this would be, I would already be up there. Now the move doesn't come out, you know what I mean, like, oh. Like, this is too clunky. This should not be that clunky. It's just me being stupid, possibility as well. But yeah, you can get up there. There was also a little boss fight we had on this, with this weird person. It's a para bridge.
I sense a hostile presence. Be on your guard.
Yeah. Stay frosty. Got it. Yup.
I never checked what's on the other side of the bridge, to be honest. What is this place here?
What the hell is this?
I'm
Yeah,
not
my
entirely
question.
sure. Careful now.
A bridge too far. Welcome to the vision, to a vision of what once, of what was once a barrier bridge. In order to win back from the Tendra's minions who have taken over it, Frey will need to defeat pitiless Arbiter Simulacarium, who leads them. Beat the boss in the time limit. Okay, maybe we can try this out really quick. 3, 2, 1. Time limit. Not fun.
Confident?
Just gonna see how I do.
Fancy your chances?
I'll give it my best shot.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Ha! Yeah.
I don't like the look of this.
This here kills frame rate, by the way.
Whew. Feels like I can breathe easy all of a sudden.
I'm very happy for you. How do you feel?
More
Like
fast.
maybe I'm a genius.
Let's not get carried away.
Okay, we got more mana and things. First time bonus, more mana, stones. So we get materials from here. Okay, we quit. Like, my fear is a bit that this is some kind of virtual reality or so. You know what I mean? Like, if I use this dash here, she starts to get,
Say a party's worth.
no,
Let's
this
dance.
looks really weird. Like, I don't know. It's not rendered correctly anymore. That would be kind of annoying.
Beyond the door, she was greeted by the most unimaginable sight.
An actual bed.
Interesting.
All right, let's move.
Yes, we've a long way to go yet.
Ugh, meat killer.
I could imagine that the gameplay might be a bit boring.
Did pretty good that time.
Like if they can't keep up with an interesting world and it's just like go from place to place, kill some enemies, kill a boss and continue, it could get a bit boring, I think. But I don't know. So far it's not like I'm not in it's not like I have not a good time now after I got a bit better with the controls and I'm still not good. Let's not pretend I am. Kind of interesting. Oh, you remember the first boss.
What a
Okay.
most
Yeah.
impressive find. Something's there. What shall we do?
Could pretend we didn't notice.
Well, do something.
This looks like a big one.
Ah, this is outside of the demo. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't have the ability yet.
Happy to go on fighting?
I mean, if it's happening, right?
It seems like you can repeat these missions and get like materials for it. Interesting. But the movement is kind of cool. She really feels kind of powerful. I could imagine if you are just leveled up more later or so in the game that it even feels more powerful what you can do to enemies and AoE stuff around. It's kind of interesting. It's definitely an unusual game in its visuals and its combat and so on, with all the flashy explosions and AoE stuff and so on. I like that they also put in there some assets, mechanics like parries and so on. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that was Forspoken, I guess. Before I close the game, is there anything? Oh, we could check the photo mode. Ah, you can make pictures here. Change raise viewpoint. You can go up and down. It's kind of a free-flying camera, which is cool. Hide information. Take a photo. Finish. Move up. Rotate. Are there also effects you can do? That's funny. But also confusing. I still don't like that you can't stand on top of this roof. It feels kind of unrealistic, I have to admit. Look at my little shadow down there to my left. It's kind of cute that you see that.
The prison here was said to be impossible to escape.
Oh yeah? Well, whoever started that rumor never met me.
Convinced you'd have ended up there, eh?
Okay, Jed. No idea if people still have. The biggest problem I see so far is that the game might be quite empty, yeah. But who knows? well, it was quite fun to watch you streaming for once. I think I'll be going. Okay, thank you for staying. Witch King, nice that you were here. But yeah, that's also a fear I have, that it's maybe not enough cool or interesting stuff to do. And that the movement at some point you get so used to it that it becomes kind of, not if it's the right word, old. That's probably also a concern, that you are inside this world, and then if the world itself is not that interesting. I have to admit, the combat has potential, I feel. But it definitely depends on how good you are with it and how much you enjoy the combat then. So, but it's good that there's a demo for the game, so we can check it out and see how it could look and what it could maybe become. Unfortunately, I have not played through it yet, so I can't, or I don't own the game. I'm not even sure if I will buy it or so, because 80 euros for the game is, in my opinion, quite expensive. 60, 70 would maybe okay-ish, but okay. 60 would definitely be okay, but maybe 70 would also be okay, but 80 on Steam, that's strange. On PlayStation 5, though, and currently discounted, at least in Germany. So if you have a PlayStation 5, maybe check it there. Performance-wise, as said, like, it runs good on my machine, but I have a really good machine. If your computer is not as potent, then you might struggle actually getting 60 FPS on 1080p. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that I had to basically go to low to reach 120 FPS on 1080p without ray tracing. That is a no-go in my opinion. There seems to be, there's still room for performance improvements here and there. What do you see this tree? It looks like there are little holes in it. It's not completely rendered or so. Maybe to save some performance? I don't know. There's only this tree. The other trees look normal. I mean, don't get me wrong. It does not look bad. It's not a bad looking game by any means, but it also doesn't look that impressive. If I compare this to Cyberpunk or so, which also well, I can run Cyberpunk with ray tracing on 4K. I only get like 30-40 FPS on this computer, so. But on 1080p, I get relatively impressive ray tracing plus a very solid frame rate. So, and here the game kind of struggles. Even when I deactivate ray tracing, I don't get 120 FPS. That's strange, right? Cyberpunk definitely runs currently with over 120 FPS on my computer on 1080p without ray tracing, so that is just to give you a reference. It seems really strange that this game has trouble hitting 100 plus frames
Just thinking,
per second.
pondering, ruminating, all the big words.
What was that? Very strange. So, very curious. Maybe check some tech sites like Digital Foundry, what they say about the performance of the game. But just from my unprofessional perspective, it seems like it's not stuttering, but I feel like it should run better on 1080p on my computer. I mean, if there are a lot of particle effects on the screen and so on, like this guy on the bridge when he does this weird ball sphere around him that kind of tanks the frame rate quite a bit. But okay, that's okay. I guess it looks at least very cool, and you can say, okay, there's a very cool looking particle effect on the screen that's huge. Maybe that's the reason for it. But outside of that, I don't see a reason why the game kind of struggles at times. Frame rate goes also up and down by quite a lot often. Like here I currently have like almost 81, 87 FPS, something like that. And I don't know if I know. Let me just see. Can I? Wrong button. Here my frame rate just went down to 61 for a moment. I wanted to use the Crucible. Probably that is a big particle effect.
things come to those who wait. I sense a hostile presence.
Yeah, and sometimes it goes down to 65 or so.
Yeah. Stay frosty.
From 83, that's 20% frame rate reduction. That seems to be a bit excessive in my opinion. Not gonna lie. That we lose 20 frames at times. Should be more consistent. I mean, still plays well enough for my taste, but as said, I also have a somewhat decent computer. Okay, chat. Any questions left? I think that should give you a pretty good impression of this game. As said, the demo is of course free. It's available, I assume, on Steam, on Epic's thing, and I assume the PlayStation. I would be surprised if the PlayStation 5 wouldn't have a demo, but I don't know, to be honest, because I don't have a PlayStation 5, so can't check it. But you can. It's always cool if a game has a demo and you can try it out, and it seems like they also patched something in the demo. Just that you also a thing I heard, and that's probably a reason why one should update. I think originally the text was there was a complaint that the text size was really small. So maybe we can get them to talk. I put it now to small, and some people said it was really hard to read because it was so small. Now she's not talking anymore. Let me go down here.
I'd imagine you'll have this wrapped up pretty quickly.
But it's okay.
Yep, no
I mean, I heard they patched it and it was not ideal on the release. They even patched the demo, so that's kind of cool, I guess.
Now's your chance.
On it!
Look out!
Oh, come on!
But yeah, at least there is the accessibility option. It's always cool to have some of those. Yeah, the question is, what are we going to do now, chat? I could call it a day, because I streamed a lot yesterday already. And have a nice evening, or we could play Elden Ring. Or we could... There's another game I would like to try out. But yeah, or I could just do some video work. Really hard to tell. But yeah, that should be it for the stream today. I hope you enjoyed, at least for this part here of the stream, where we checked the Forspoken demo on PC with ray tracing. And yeah, it's kind of fascinating to see that there's a demo. Like, I feel like more games should do this, that there are demos on release available that people can at least check out how it runs, and if it's fun. It's kind of this game is. I can definitely see it being somewhat splitting the people. Like, there are some people who might really like the game, some who hate it. I can see both sides. It's not terrible though. I can tell already that, in my opinion, it's not a terrible game by any means. But it might be, there's definitely some room for improvement here and there. But if they, like, there are a few things they can't patch. They can't patch or make the open world more interesting. If that is the case in the full game as well, then this is a problem, of course. If the grappling hook connects better to these crystal things, this is patchable. So I hope they might do that. Besides that, hard to tell if there is any thought left for me. I always feel like I forgot something to mention that I noticed. But yeah, as said, it really depends a bit on the story, on the quest, and so there's also a mainline story. Maybe that is more there. The missions are a bit more interesting than, but I don't know. But I would argue I gave this game quite a shot. As said, price tag wise, I think 80 euros is really excessive on Steam. I don't know why it's so expensive. Should be like 70 or 60 or 65 or something like that. But definitely check out reviews and check out reviews that look into the performance of the game, because as said, it seems like it's very resource hungry for whatever reason. Okay, chat. What are we going to do now? Do I want to stream longer, or do we call it a day? I think we call it a day. Maybe I can try another game out in the background. Should I do this on stream? No. I try it out background and see what is going on. So thank you people for watching. I hope you enjoyed your time here. If you see this as a VOD, you know the drill. May press a like button, may write a comment. Subscribing to the YouTube archive is probably not that interesting, but yeah, maybe check the other channels and so on. So